Yeah, that's the Temptation come to you live. This time it's Tutone Anderson up here at WJOKE radio station. We coming at you live. We've been twisting up some tunes up here. That was the Temptation with My Girl. Right now though, this time at Tutone at WJOKE Texarkana. It's 75 degrees outside, been warm. I got another scar to bring to you, but first off I got my advertisements tonight. First off, I got seasoned field peas and snaps, Margaret Holmes in the can. Now, I got these down at the Dollar Tree down there. Ain't but $1. But I tell you what, they pop. When you put them in the pan or put them in the microwave and get them heated up, you ain't got to add nothing to them. They going to be popping on your tongue. They taste great. Also, I got Camellia, since 1923, New Orleans style white beans. Great northern white beans. And speaking of white, we talking about that Paula Deen white woman. Been saying nougat stuff, all over the TV and stuff here. The Food Channel done took her down. She need to cook them white beans in the pot. Hey, cook her ass away from here, calling us an old cracker woman. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. So let me bring to you, since we talking about food, what happened down there at this Chink restaurant, Chinese restaurant down there in Shreveport. There was a buffet down there. And one of my partners, Jerry, he run a pest control business, and he'd been spraying down in this, this place. So first off, the place is funkified. It's dilapidated building, the paint peeling. They need to cut the grass and shit like that. And they had a call. The brother had to go down. They had a call, said they had a foul odor up in the kitchen. So he went down there to check. He was checking around the kitchen. He found, that there was a dead rat up in the wall in the kitchen. So he had to get a sawzall and cut off into the wall. And, he found that, and he had been there about 3 weeks earlier, and he had some traps out. So, he found 2, 3, 4 great big ones, big sewer rats and shit. And he put them in a pail. Jerry, he threw them down in a pail. He gonna take them back, to the office and incinerate their asses. Well, the chink behind the kitchen, he said, don't thaw out, I want. He said, what you want them for? He said, don't worry about what I want. So, shit, the brother taking them out of the wall and shit, he just threw them down in this cardboard box, like the Chinese dude said. He went on about his business, and he went on up, in the attic area and checked some more traps. And he said the place was festified with roaches all over the place, in the silverware, in the curtains. The place was funkified, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the roaches and rats running the place, shit. The carpet was all black out there around the buffet, and the place was nasty. Okay, you get the picture. So, anyway, Jared come back through the kitchen in a little while, he get ready to, break camp and get out there, and he saw the chink guy behind with a great big restaurant pot up on the stove, boiling water, and he was jumping these rats out of a cardboard box down in that water and adding seasoning, salt and shit. So Jerry said, it was some nasty shit. He said, it's sure enough it's going to be out on the buffet line. So anyway, he wrapped up his shit and broke camp out of there. And, he was down in the pool room a little while, and there was this dude that they called George Willis. And we called him Willis, but his name was George Willis. And Willis wasn't real smart and everything. He was a red bone, he's a good brother. He had cornrows and, he had these buck teeth, gap teeth. He talked like Mr. Ed, he a goofy brother. But, we liked the brother. And the brother was talking about, going down to this buffet and eating and shit. Jerry Pest Control dude said, man, don't go down there. The place is festified. It's funkified. He's with it. It ain't but $4.95, so I'm going to go get my grease on, shit. So, they warned the brother, and, he wouldn't listen. He was a hard-headed, Willis a hard-headed Joe with a buck teeth. So he went on down there and, went up there on the buffet line, and he would, get some of that fried rice and, some of them egg rolls and shit. And he came across these, it looked like, he said it looked like a rat shit. He was all baked up batter with claws and a tail. And he was kind of looking at it. He had the tongs, he lifted them and living with that chink woman, the Chinese, guess is the Chinese cook, his wife. She come up, said, what you doing? He said, what is this? And she said, that's chicken. That's chicken. Don't worry. You ask too many questions. That's chicken. So, see, Willis, he said, funny, he said he gonna eat it. So he went out there and greased out on all this shit, and paid the bill. and when he left out of there, man, it wasn't but about, shit, I wouldn't say 20 minutes later, he puking and vomiting all over the place, had diarrheas coming out of his booty and stuff, and, he was sick, shit. So when he kind of got through the pukes and everything, he eased on back down there and went up in there and he said, I need my money back, shit. She said, bullshit. You eat buffet, you get no money back. He said, I got sick. She said, you can't prove you got sick out there. You get no money. So, he said, screw it, man. He was sick still anyway. And he had to go back home and sit on the toilet, man. He was really ill, So what happened was, we tried to tell the brother, we tried to tell him not to go down there. But, sometimes you be hard-headed. And if you want to know if something's festified, a restaurant functified, or if they got good food or not, you need to ask a pest control dude, because he'd be knowing all what's behind the scene, He in there, he see the festation, what's back in there, and the roaches all over the plates, and, them little roach eggs, be falling out on the plates, and, the droppings all over the silverware, and, this Chinese dude, he don't be caring, shit. They making purity profit up in there. Hell, they raising rats, basically raising rats in the wild and selling them. He raising profit off in the wild. He don't be caring, Ain't nobody know what he's doing. So anyway, Willis, he learned a hard lesson. Shit, And then that's another thing, you don't want to be talking bad about people that, that serve the food. Because when you go off in the restaurant, let's say you go to a steakhouse and you got, hurry up my steak ain't good enough. Hurry up my food, get my food out here. You be hollering, they go, okay, we hurry up with the steak. We get your food out to hurry. Shit, they be back in the kitchen, man, taking a doo-doo and wiping it all over your food. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful who you be talking to that's cooking your food and preparing your shit, because, you don't know what they be doing. They drag your hamburger across the floor, across that nutsack or something. You got to be careful. Anyway, Lou, down there, they were down there and, he said, Willis said he saw a few days later after he got through that sickness, he saw that chink driving a car. He said he recognized the dude from the restaurant, and him and his wife, the chink wife, they pulled up in the Walmarts and got out. Said that the chink driver all over the road was a terrible driver, and he pulled up in the Walmarts, and his wife had a camera. She's snapping pictures of the damn parking lot. You want to win a bet? Chinese people, they got photo equipment. They gonna be snapping pictures, and that's just the way it be. They shit. Then they call us round eyes. They say we got round eyes here. They got squint eyes. You could basically blindfold them with dental floss, and they couldn't see with a piece of dental floss because the eye's so squinted shut. But that's the way it be, and sometimes it be that way. And you need to check things out. So when you go into a restaurant, you're not sure, quite what the festation is, or if it's food or anything like that. You need to check out the situation with a pest control dude. This is Tommy Tutone Anderson trying to give y'all some warning down there. And that was down in Shreveport, and they probably gonna close the joint down. But hell, I was down there about 3 weeks ago, rolled by through there, and it still say $4.95 all you can eat buffet. And folks going up in there eating their fill, probably getting rat and roach and shit off. He probably putting roach in the soup and shit. Hell, trying to get some extra flavor. Hell, but this is Tommy Tutone Anderson coming at you live on WJOKE. Up here at Texarkana Studio radio station. We dining out now. Don't forget my Margaret Holmes seasoned field peas and my Camellia white beans. And we talk about that Paula Dean. Let her go ahead and cook them white beans, because she a white honky cracker, and call it folks middle shit here. They done took her off the air, so y'all keep that in mind. And this time at Tutone, we're going to close it down right now. And I'll have a new story for you real soon. Won't be long. And we'll bring you a new story. I got some tunes twisting up right now. And we're going to see y'all on the down flip.